Have you ever walked out of a conversation thinking, I should have said that differently? Maybe it was a job interview. Maybe it was a disagreement with someone you love. Or maybe it was a simple moment where you had something important to say, but the words just didn't come out right. Communication is more than talking. It's more than sounding smart. It's the bridge between who you are and how the world sees you. And in America today, whether you're building a career, growing a business, leading a team, or strengthening your family, communication is the skill that opens doors. The good news is this: great communicators are not born. They are built. They practice. They adjust. They grow. The most confident speakers you see on stages, the most respected leaders in companies, and even the most inspiring teachers all worked on this skill intentionally. If you're ready to become clearer, more confident, and more influential in the way you speak and listen, these 10 powerful tips will help you transform the way you communicate, starting today. Tip 1. Master the power of listening. If you truly want to boost your communication skills, start with the one habit most people ignore: listening. In America today, conversations move fast. Everyone wants to share opinions, prove a point, or tell their story. But the people who stand out, the ones who build strong relationships and earn respect, are the ones who know how to listen. Listening is not simply staying quiet while someone else talks. It's being fully present. That means putting your phone away. It means making eye contact. It means paying attention not only to the words, but also to the tone and emotion behind them. When someone feels heard, they feel valued. And when people feel valued, they trust you. Active listening also requires patience. Instead of interrupting or planning your response while the other person is speaking, focus completely on understanding them. Try repeating part of what they said, like, "So what you're saying is," this simple technique prevents misunderstandings and shows respect. In professional settings, strong listening skills can set you apart immediately. Managers trust employees who listen carefully. Clients appreciate professionals who truly understand their needs. In personal relationships, listening can prevent arguments and deepen emotional connection. For the next week, challenge yourself to listen more than you speak. Notice how conversations change. You'll see that listening is not a passive skill, it's a powerful tool. When you master listening, you don't just improve communication, you strengthen every relationship in your life. Tip 2. Speak with clarity and confidence. Once you learn to listen well, the next step in boosting your communication skills is learning how to speak with clarity and confidence. Many people believe that sounding smart means using complicated words or long explanations. But in reality, strong communicators focus on being clear, not complex. In American workplaces and communities, people respect those who can explain ideas in a simple, direct way. Clarity begins with knowing your message. Before you speak, ask yourself, what is my main point? If you can't explain your idea in 1 or 2 clear sentences, you may need to organize your thoughts first. When your thinking is clear, your speaking becomes clear. Confidence also plays a major role. Even a simple message can sound powerful when delivered with steady tone and strong posture. Speak at a moderate pace. Don't rush your words. When you rush, you appear nervous. When you slow down slightly and pause between important points, you appear thoughtful and in control. Avoid filler words like like, and you know. They weaken your message. Silence is not your enemy. A short pause can actually make your words more impactful. Remember, communication is not about impressing people with vocabulary. It's about making sure your audience understands you completely. When you speak clearly and confidently, people listen. And when people listen, your influence grows. Tip 3. Strengthen your body language and nonverbal presence. If you want to take your communication skills to the next level, You must understand one powerful truth: people don't just hear your words, they read your body. In fact, long before you finish a sentence, others are already forming opinions about your confidence, credibility, and attitude based on your nonverbal signals. That's why mastering body language is essential. In American professional and social settings, confident body language often communicates leadership. Start with posture. Stand or sit up straight, keep your shoulders relaxed, and avoid slouching. Good posture instantly makes you look more self-assured and engaged. When you walk into a room with strong posture, you silently communicate that you belong there. Eye contact is another powerful tool. Maintaining steady, natural eye contact shows respect and confidence. It tells the other person, "I'm focused on you." However, avoid staring aggressively. Balance is key. Look away occasionally, but return your focus to the speaker. Facial expressions also matter. A genuine smile can make you appear approachable and trustworthy. Nodding while someone speaks signals understanding and encouragement. On the other hand, crossed arms, constant fidgeting, or checking your phone can make you seem defensive or uninterested, even if your words say otherwise. Hand gestures can add energy to your message when used naturally. They help emphasize important points and make your speech more dynamic. But overusing gestures or moving too much can distract your audience. Practice controlled, purposeful movement. One practical way to improve is to record yourself during a presentation or conversation practice. Watch your posture, expressions, and movements. Awareness creates improvement. When your body language aligns with your words, your message becomes believable and powerful. Strong communication isn't just about what you say, it's about how your entire presence supports your message. Tip 4. Expand your vocabulary and express yourself precisely. If you want to communicate more effectively, you must learn how to express your thoughts with precision. The right word at the right moment can make your message stronger, clearer, and more persuasive. In American professional and social environments, people who can explain their ideas clearly and accurately often gain more respect and influence. Expanding your vocabulary doesn't mean using complicated or fancy words just to impress others. True communication is about connection, not showing off. The goal is to have a wide range of words so you can choose the one that fits your exact meaning. For example, instead of saying something is bad, you might say it's inefficient, unfair, or disappointing. Each word communicates a slightly different idea. That precision reduces confusion. One of the best ways to build vocabulary is through consistent reading. Read books, articles, and high-quality content written in American English. Pay attention to how skilled writers and speakers structure their sentences. When you find a new word, don't just memorize it, use it. Write a sentence with it. Say it out loud. Practice makes it natural. At the same time, remember to match your vocabulary to your audience. Using overly technical words with someone unfamiliar with the topic can create distance instead of clarity. Strong communicators adjust their language so others can easily understand. A stronger vocabulary also boosts confidence. When you know you have the right words available, you speak with less hesitation. You don't struggle to explain your feelings or ideas. Words are tools. The more tools you have, the more effectively you can build understanding. When you expand your vocabulary thoughtfully and use it wisely, your communication becomes sharper, stronger, and far more impactful. Tip 5. Master your tone of voice and emotional control. You can say the exact same sentence in two different tones and create two completely different reactions. That's how powerful your tone of voice is. Words carry meaning, but tone carries emotion. And in communication, Emotion often has the strongest impact. In American workplaces and everyday conversations, people pay close attention to how something is said, not just what is said. A calm, steady tone communicates confidence and professionalism. A harsh or sarcastic tone can damage trust instantly, even if your words are technically correct. To improve your tone, start by slowing down. When people feel nervous or defensive, they tend to speak quickly and sharply. Slowing your pace shows control. It also gives your listener time to absorb your message. Pauses can be powerful. A short pause before an important point adds emphasis and authority. Breathing plays a major role in vocal control. When you take deep, steady breaths, your voice becomes more stable and grounded. Before entering an important meeting, interview, or difficult conversation, pause for a few slow breaths. This small action can completely change how you sound. It's also important to match your tone to the situation. If you're celebrating a success, let your excitement show. If you're addressing a serious issue, maintain a respectful and composed tone. Emotional intelligence means understanding the mood of the conversation and adjusting accordingly. Another helpful exercise is recording yourself speaking. Listen carefully. Do you sound monotone? Too aggressive? Uncertain? Awareness allows improvement. When your tone aligns with your message, people trust you more. They feel safe listening to you. Mastering your tone is not about controlling others. It's about controlling yourself. And when you control your emotional delivery, your communication becomes far more powerful and persuasive. Tip 6. Build unshakable confidence through preparation and practice. Confidence in communication is not magic. It is built through preparation and consistent practice. Many people believe that great speakers are simply born with natural talent. But in reality, most confident communicators became strong because they prepared more than anyone else. In American professional culture, preparation is often the difference between average and exceptional performance. Before any important conversation, whether it's a job interview, business presentation, team meeting, or even a serious personal discussion, take time to organize your thoughts. Ask yourself, what is my main message? What outcome do I want? What questions might they ask me? When you anticipate questions and challenges ahead of time, you reduce anxiety. Fear often comes from uncertainty. Preparation replaces uncertainty with clarity, and clarity builds confidence. Practice is equally important. Don't just think about what you want to say it out loud. Your brain may understand the idea, but your mouth needs practice delivering it smoothly. Rehearse in front of a mirror. Record yourself. Pay attention to your tone, speed, and body language. The more you practice, the more natural your message becomes. Research is another key part of preparation. If you're presenting data, know your numbers. If you're proposing an idea, understand both the benefits and possible objections. Knowledge strengthens your voice and makes you more persuasive. When you walk into a room prepared, you stand taller. You speak more clearly. You think more calmly. Confidence is not about pretending to be fearless. It's about doing the work beforehand so fear has less control over you. Preparation gives you power, and when preparation meets opportunity, your communication skills truly begin to shine. Tip 7. Handle difficult conversations with maturity and composure. No matter how skilled you become at communication, you will eventually face difficult conversations. Conflict is a natural part of life, whether it's in the workplace, within your family, or among friends. What separates strong communicators from average ones is not the absence of conflict, but the ability to handle it with maturity and composure. In many American workplaces, leaders are not judged by how they perform when everything is going well. They are judged by how they respond under pressure. When emotions rise, it becomes easy to interrupt, accuse, or raise your voice. But reacting emotionally often makes situations worse. Responding calmly, on the other hand, creates space for solutions. One powerful technique is to pause before speaking. Even a few seconds of silence can prevent you from saying something you might regret. Take a breath. Organize your thoughts. Then respond with clarity rather than emotion. Using I statements instead of you accusations can also transform a tense conversation. Saying, "I felt overlooked in that meeting," sounds constructive. Saying, "You ignored me," sounds attacking. The first invites discussion. The second invites defense. Focus on solving the problem, not winning the argument. Ask questions like, "How can we fix this?" or "What can we do differently moving forward?" This shifts the conversation from blame to progress. Difficult conversations are opportunities for growth. They allow misunderstandings to be cleared and expectations to be aligned. When handled with respect and emotional control, conflict can actually strengthen relationships. True communication skill is not proven in easy moments. It is proven when things are uncomfortable. Stay calm, stay respectful, and remember, the goal is resolution, not victory. Tip 8. Adapt your communication style to your audience. One of the most powerful signs of a skilled communicator is adaptability. Not every audience is the same, and not every situation requires the same tone, vocabulary, or level of detail. If you truly want to boost your communication skills, you must learn how to adjust your style without losing your authenticity. In America's diverse professional and social environments, you may interact with people from different cultures, generations, and backgrounds. The way you speak to a close friend is very different from how you present to senior executives. Strong communicators recognize this difference and adjust accordingly. For example, when speaking to business leaders, focus on results, efficiency, and key outcomes. Keep your message direct and structured. When explaining something to beginners or students, slow down, use simple language, and provide examples. The goal is always the same, clarity, but the approach changes based on who is listening. Pay attention to energy levels as well. If your audience is serious and formal, match that tone. If they are relaxed and conversational, you can be slightly more casual. Matching energy builds connection. It makes people feel comfortable around you. Reading the room is another essential skill. Are people engaged or distracted, confused or interested? If you notice confusion, clarify your point. If attention is fading, adjust your pace or add an example. Adapting does not mean pretending to be someone else. It means being emotionally intelligent enough to communicate in a way that others can easily receive. The best communicators don't just speak, they connect. And connection happens when you understand your audience and shape your message to meet them where they are. Tip 9. Strengthen your communication through public speaking practice. If you truly want to accelerate your communication growth, step into one of the most uncomfortable but powerful training grounds: public speaking. Many Americans list public speaking as one of their biggest fears, but what most people avoid is often what helps them grow the fastest. Public speaking forces you to organize your thoughts clearly. When you stand in front of a group, you cannot ramble aimlessly. You must structure your message, support your points, and deliver them with clarity. This discipline improves not only your presentations, but also your everyday conversations. Start small if you need to. Speak up more during meetings. Volunteer to explain a project update. Offer to give a short presentation. Each time you speak in front of others, you build resilience. The nervousness you feel at the beginning will slowly turn into confidence. Public speaking also strengthens your body language and voice control. You become more aware of your posture, gestures, tone, and pacing. Over time, You learn how to pause for emphasis, how to project your voice, and how to maintain eye contact with multiple people. Another benefit is visibility. In American workplaces, those who communicate ideas clearly in group settings often gain more recognition and leadership opportunities. When you speak confidently, people associate you with competence. Remember, the goal is not perfection. Even experienced speakers make mistakes. The goal is progress. Every speech, every presentation, every group discussion is practice. The more you challenge yourself to speak publicly, the more powerful your overall communication becomes. Your voice grows stronger, your confidence grows deeper, and your ability to influence others expands dramatically. Tip 10. Commit to lifelong improvement and growth. The final, and perhaps most important, step in becoming a powerful communicator is committing to lifelong improvement. Communication is not a skill you learn once and forget. It evolves as you evolve. The most effective communicators never stop learning. They observe, practice, reflect, and refine every day. Start by seeking feedback regularly. Ask trusted friends, colleagues, or mentors, how could I communicate this better? Constructive criticism helps you identify blind spots and grow faster. Combine feedback with self-reflection, think about conversations that went well, and consider what made them successful. Likewise, analyze moments that didn't go as planned. What could you have done differently? Awareness is the first step toward mastery. Reading and learning from others is another powerful habit. Read books, watch speeches, or listen to podcasts from skilled communicators. Notice how they structure ideas, use tone, and connect with their audience. Over time, you will internalize these techniques and make them your own. Embrace humility and patience. You will make mistakes. Everyone does. A missed word, a pause at the wrong moment, or an awkward conversation does not define you. What matters is your willingness to learn and improve. Growth happens gradually, not overnight. Commitment to lifelong improvement also means staying aware of changing communication trends. Today, digital platforms, remote meetings, and multicultural interactions shape the way people connect. Adapting to these shifts keeps your communication relevant and effective. Imagine where you could be 1 year from now if you intentionally practice these skills every day. Your conversations would be clearer, your relationships stronger, your professional opportunities greater. Your confidence in expressing yourself would grow exponentially. The truth is, communication shapes every part of life. By dedicating yourself to continuous learning, you not only improve how you speak and listen, but you also increase your influence, deepen your relationships, and open doors you never imagined. Commit to this journey today. Speak, listen, practice, and reflect. Make growth a habit. And watch your life transform one conversation at a time. Conclusion. Communication is the thread that connects every aspect of your life. From personal relationships to professional opportunities, the way you express yourself and understand others determines your impact. The truth is, great communicators aren't born. They are made. They listen deeply, speak clearly, move with confidence, and adapt to every situation. They practice, reflect, and commit to growth every single day. By mastering these 10 tips, you're not just improving a skill, you're transforming the way people perceive you. Listening makes others feel valued. Clear speech ensures your ideas are understood. Confident body language and tone build trust. Vocabulary and preparation give you authority. Handling conflict with calm shows maturity. Adapting to your audience demonstrates emotional intelligence. Practicing public speaking builds resilience. And committing to lifelong growth ensures your skills will never stagnate. The power of communication lies not only in what you say, but in how you make others feel. When you speak with clarity, confidence, and authenticity, you create connection, influence, and opportunity. Start today. Practice intentionally. Listen deeply. Speak boldly. And watch as your life transforms, one conversation at a time. Every word you say is a chance to inspire, lead, and make a lasting impact.